do you got
Shit
for
is
me though?
real.
We just talking like ain't nobody
Um,
watching. What's going on?
I apologize. I've dated high value men. Um, I have no children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and uh, I believe in marriage. However, I'm scared. Does that make? I don't even know if I'm making
Yeah,
any
it
sense.
does. Yeah, it does. It makes scared. Yep, certainly
My
does.
grandparents were married for 58 years
Mm-hmm.
plus. I see that. I want it.
Mm-hmm.
I just, but their times were different back then. And the, I mean, the two men that I have in my head,
Mm-hmm.
they both have kids.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask, how old are you?
37. You look at me, you would not see it. And that's
Look, I
God
look, I
honest
was, I
truth.
was, look, I was seeing somebody who was 37 and she was as fine as she was in her 20s. So, look, man, just because I say danger zone and no man's land,
Oh, no, I
everything,
don't get
I'm
offended.
talking to my audience. I'm talking to the audience because
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying because it's for the show. But okay, the two guys. Do you have anybody that's considering proposing to you?
Both of them. And listen, it's it's because I feel that I have more to offer to them, and it's because I come to the table with no listen, kids are a big deal, and
So,
I
do you
really
feel like
don't
you're
understand.
equally yoked to these guys?
I
Okay, see what I'm getting from
can't find a
you.
man with no
What,
kids,
so what I'm getting
sir.
from you is you feel like you're. What I'm hearing from you is they're getting a better deal than you are. That's what I'm getting from you. Is that the
That's
truth?
how that's kind of how I feel because I don't have any kids. They don't have to deal
Okay.
with no baby daddy. They
Let's
don't have
stop.
to.
Let's stop right here. Let me back some things down.
All right.
What does are you okay? Are you seeing both of these men seriously?
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
so
Not it's. I listen. I've known one since I was basically a kid, and it's we're not in that type of space at the
okay. Well, let's
moment.
talk about the
I'm
one that.
actively. I'm
But
actively. Okay. What were you gonna
okay,
ask?
I gotta get on down the path though. So I'm trying to get what I need. Are you dating? Not the one that you knew since you was a kid. Number two, are you actively dating
Yes.
him?
Yes.
How long have you been actively seeing him?
1 year.
Okay. Um, is he live in L.A. with you?
Correct. Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm building my own business, but I am in the restaurant industry. I'm a server.
All right. What does he do for a living?
He had his own mortgage company. He used to work for Disney. He was an executive. He's actually building his own
All right. So he out
brand of
earns. So
him.
he out earns you.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let me back you down on a few. You may be all the great things you're saying, ma'am. I used to be a server, but I was a server after I got my degree in engineering and was an engineer. And to hear a woman say that you feel like because they got kids, you're getting an unfair deal when he's a former executive and you're a server is crazy to me. Crazy. Overvaluing yourself, ma'am. Just from that alone. Does that make sense?
I can understand where you're coming from, Mr.
How
Samuels.
tall are you?
5'7".
Dress size.
I would jump. Let me not do that because I'm 6, even though I want to be a 4.
Okay, how much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
132, and I was not happy. I want to be 125.
All right. So if you had to give yourself a rating, fresh face out of the shower, no wig, no weave, no whatever, what would you give yourself? And you cannot use 7. Well, see that, ladies, that's who you are, though, ladies. That's who you are. What would you give yourself? No, you can't use 7.
I can't use a 7. That is my number.
Exactly.
That is my no.
That's why I take it away.
What would you give yourself without the?
No, ma'am, I'm not. No.
I'm teasing you. I'm
And
just
thing
being
is,
funny.
and even if I gave myself a 4, my bank account's a 9.5.
What are we basing the scale on? No, I mean, I do have clear
ma'am,
skin.
ma'am, just give me a ballpark.
If you say not 7, then 7.5.
Nope, you can't use sevens at all, man.
6.75.
Okay. See, and is that a LA 6?
Why wouldn't it be? I know.
I don't know. I'm asking because a 6 in LA is different. And what I'm asking, ma'am, a 6 makes you cute. Okay? And a 5 makes you average, which means just like half the people in this world are average. A 6 makes you a little bit more than as cute, but
I just feel that brains is more of it.
It does no, but you're not a no. See, that's bullshit. No,
okay,
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I'm not a okay. Listen.
No, you listen. You can't overtalk me. It's still my show, even if you're a fan, but that doesn't work. And
yes, sir,
the thing is, you need to understand something. What you think doesn't matter when it comes to us.
Got it.
Beauty matters to us. Men are visual. And you ladies always want to change the game to benefit you. It works the way it works because that's who we are as human animals. 8 is Beyonce, 9 is Kelly Rowland, 10 would have been Halle Berry in her prime. So if you're a 6, that makes you cute. Thelma, remember Thelma on Good Times? She was a 7. So
no. Then dag nabbit, I'm a 10. What the?
No, you're not a 10 because you'd already been married with kids by now. So
I've never been married.
But the thing, because you ain't no damn 10. You can call yourself what you want.
I live in LA.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now, you're on the verge of getting muted.
Different.
You're on the verge of getting muted because here's the thing is if you were a 10 in LA, 10s aren't servers at 37. Let me just go ahead and put it right. If you're a 10, somebody would have put you on the payroll by now. You'd have been a kept woman. You'd have been you'd have been the side piece to one of the multiple millionaires in LA if you were a 10. You're not that. Ma'am, let's get back to reality. You're close to 40 and a server. That's true. That means there's no retirement plan. There's no long history of earning.
May I please stop you, Mr. Samuels?
No, because unless you're going to tell me you went to college and had some sort of career.
No, it's.
Do you come from money?
My mother has 4 college degrees.
I don't care shit what your mama have. Man, how much money do you have saved for retirement?
My retirement is for my business.
How much money do you have saved for retirement?
Oh, not as much as I should.
How much money do you have saved for retirement?
My business.
Okay, ma'am. Now it's starting to become more clear. See, I need you to slow down. Yes, I'm talking to a woman who's almost 40 years old, and I spoke to a woman in California like yourself earlier this week. She was 39. Mm-hmm. Just bopping through life like nothing, no big deal, like you got all the time in the world. Ma'am, you are a server. That's a fancy word for a waitress.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. It means look, at 50 years, do you have medical insurance?
Absolutely.
Great. Do you own your own condo?
No, I do not own any property.
Do you own your own car? Do you own your own car? Do you own your own car?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, so if you have to live for the rest of your life and be unmarried, you'll be living basically like most people in this country, paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. Stacking little aside because LA is expensive. When 50 years old happens and medical bills and things start happening, then life kicks in. No children, no husband. Who's going to help when you can't work like you're doing? And the business you're planning on opening, 80% of the new businesses fail inside the first 5 years. So we only can count what you have. Who's going to help who's going to assist you if you need any help at 50?
Mr. Samuels, I'm aware that I have myself. I'm definitely aware.
But if you fall ill, something happens, you break an ankle like I did on the bicycle race, who's going to help?
Life insurance.
Life insurance is life insurance, ma'am. Ma'am, if you broke an ankle, Broken ankle puts you out for 12 weeks at 50 years old. Who can help you? Who can come take you back and forth to the doctor, come around the house? I mean, do you have the money to take care of that?
Not the way that I would think.
Then listen, ma'am.
I'm saying
Then this is why I'm not
agree.
listening to what you have to say, because all you want to tell me is how it's not that big a deal. And this is what I need the audience and you to understand. This is sad. This is sad that black women are the most vulnerable people in this country because of this. Because you need a man in your life to go through life with, because one income, one person is a disaster waiting to happen. Everything has to happen okay. You have to maintain good health, never get sick, never get ill, never have anything. And your job right now depends on you showing up. You don't go to work, you don't make money. That is the life so many black women have. And you're talking about men who make far more than you, and one that you said are looking at you seriously. And you're talking about a man having kids. You sound, that's crazy, man.
Mr. Samuels, everything has different circumstances, correct?
All that just went over your head. Look, ma'am.
I don't.
I just went over your head, ma'am. Look.
No, that's not true. Please, I'm listening.
Yeah, no, okay. What's the big deal about him having kids and you ain't got shit? A six who don't have shit. A waitress is a six who don't have shit. I mean, I have to go there. I have to say it that way so you are a six and a waitress at 40 who don't have shit. And you're saying a man who was an executive at Disney, you should be running to, oh my God.
Was.
I don't care what he was. He still is making more than you. He has more than you. And you're talking like, and what started this all off is I said, ma'am, you sound like a woman who thinks she's getting a bad deal. You think you are bringing more to the table than him. And I'm saying this to my audience. This is a black woman in Los Angeles who is a waitress and almost 40 years old and a six with this kind of attitude, when a man was a former executive and worked at Disney.
Do you know how much money I make as a waitress?
Do you make more than he does?
He lives with his mother. Yes, I do. He's not an executive anymore.
Now see how she changed it. When I asked, does he make more money than he did? All right, I'm done. All right. See, I just... Some people just have to be what they are. See how that worked? All this time, he was an executive. He did this and got that and has this. And now he lived with his mama. Yeah. All right. Ma'am, unmute yourself, please.
I'm here. Sorry.
Ma'am.
Yes, sir.
You just went from telling me this man out-earned you to now he's living with his mom. Okay, so why is he living with his mother?
I asked him that too, Mr. Samuels.
Is he broke? Is he broke? Okay, is he broke?
I don't know. Okay. I'm about to cry about it because I don't know.
Why are you crying about the crime? Ma'am, this is what you brought to me. You brought to me a man you've known since childhood who ain't, you said he...
No, please.
I know what I heard. You brought to me a man that you've known since you were a kid. And there's nothing going on between you two. And a man you said you've been seeing for a year.
Mm-hmm.
What is your ultimate point, ma'am? Because now I don't believe what you're telling me. How about this? Here's a better question. How come since he's no longer worth a damn, how come you can't since you're so much better than him, and I'll take that. Why can't you find a man on your level?
It seems like men out here aren't on that type of level. Everyone seems to have the
Crazy.
same thing. It's, in my opinion.
What do you mean? What kind of level is that?
Single people are. I'm not an unhappy person.
No, ma'am. But ma'am, relationships are marriage is business. It ain't love. I'm trying to understand what level you're on. I mean,
well, I don't.
You're 6 and a 40-year-old waitress. What level are you talking about,
sir?
Ma'am, that's what it is. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's what it is.
Being rude. I don't think you're being rude at
all. But what are you talking about? Your level?
I just have a fear of continuing on, and I'm going to be somewhere that in my life that I'm not just going to be able to have anyone. And I feel like I should choose someone now.
You don't have any options.
Continue on with the business.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, ma'am. You said who are your options? Who are you seriously seeing? I'm
seriously dating the individual I told you, the
right, the guy who all of a sudden now lives with his mama. Okay, so if you don't choose him, what are your other options?
Someone else that I was dating prior. But then there's also other people as well, because but like I said, I'm a little guarded. Because I don't.
Okay, man. All right, ma'am. All right, ma'am. Look, the person you said, I think you may be a perfectly reasonable person, but you're sounding kind of deluded.
I don't mean to.
Well, but the thing is, ma'am, you can only play with the cards that are in your deck. And ma'am, I need you to understand that at 37 years old, it is unusual for someone to be a server. I mean, you should have had more stable employment in a career. Most of the time people do this is because they have let's just say it, a very bohemian or flighty kind of personality. And you were going to tell me how much you make annually? It's what?
It's nowhere near what these gentlemen.
What do you make?
Nowhere near what they make.
What do you make?
40 on a good day.
$40,000 annually in LA is $20,000 in Atlanta. $10 an hour. You are broke. I'm Ryan Pressing, who said she feels that that she is bringing more to the table or getting a raw deal. Ma'am, you will be fortunate to have somebody who would be willing to even go 50-50 with you for the rest of your life at your age and your attitudinal disposition. You need a reality check, and let me be the one to give it to you. You don't bring that much to the table. As a woman who gives herself a 6 in LA as a waitress, you're massively overvaluing yourself.
You made me give myself a 6.
No, I asked you what you. No, ma'am, you ain't that fine. And that's the thing,
sir. That's not fair.
It is fair. It is fair. Well, you can put your camera on right now. Put it on. Get on the camera right now, then. This cam up. Cam up, since it ain't that fair. Cam the fuck up.
It's not.
Cam the fuck up. Shut up and cam up. You grown child. What she just said, it's not a 40-year-old child.
Oh my God.
God ain't got nothing to do with this. This problem is we got too many women like you walking around thinking you're more than you are. When your life has told you, ma'am, you don't have high value men, productive, competitive, successful men who are worth a damn coming to try to holler at you. The best you have is some guy you said used to be an executive at Disney or something like that, but now he's living with his mama. Well, that's about all you can get. That should tell you kind of where you rank. So maybe if you start pulling your level down and stop worrying about kids and this other kind of stuff as if you are something you are not, and got reasonable and said, I would just be happy to find a guy who's working for the city or a postman or a plumber or something, somebody who I can split these bills with because I'm broke as French toast. I don't even know how long you been living with your mother?
Excuse me? How long has who's been living with whose mama?
At 40 years, you're making 40,000 in LA. Where do you live?
I don't live with my mother.
Who do you live with?
I definitely rent.
Oh, excuse me. I mean, 40 years old in LA. Ma'am, and since you want to cap like that, I'm like, minimum wage in LA is what?
I don't know. I think it's 13, but I don't make that.
Okay. No, you don't. But if you made
I have
13, if you made 13 at one job and went got a part-time job, made enough. See, $13 an hour was $26,000 a year. And if you went and got a part-time job, 60 hours, you'd still be making $40,000 a year. You're effectively making minimum wage. And this all got started because of the issues you're talking about and the guys you're dealing with. And don't worry about having kids and nothing, ma'am. All those things are outside of your what you need to be dealing with. Honestly, if you have any kind of benefits or anything like that, I would suggest therapy because it sounds like there's some things that really aren't making sense to me. But you don't have these kind of options. No one's beating down your door to try to date you or actively not that you want anyway. The kind of men that you would want ain't trying to holler at you, and that should be an indication that something needs to be addressed. Got it?
I do.